So I wanted to make a quick video, okay? Now, I've been accused and lied about, okay? People have lied and said I have committed felonies and crimes that I couldn't have possibly committed and receive either food stamps or Section 8 housing. So if people want to make fun of me and say that I'm on food stamps and receive Section 8 housing, well, then you have to admit that I couldn't have committed the crimes that I'm accused of committing, okay, which are fictitious. Also, the James Robert Clark III is either the wrong James Robert Clark III or a completely fictitious person. I was born and raised in Bucks County. I was literally born in Lower Bucks Hospital in Bristol, Pennsylvania. That's where I was born. I was raised in Levittown and Langhorne. I have, as an adult, lived in Arizona, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina briefly, okay? But I have, and New Jersey briefly. But my point is that I have not committed the crimes that I'm being accused of committing, or I would not be able to receive my housing, and I would not be able to receive food stamps. Now, why am I making this video? Well, I recently got out of the mental hospital. What put me in the mental hospital? Well, I was driven to the brink of suicide. Okay? It's the truth. I was very seriously contemplating killing myself because of the harassment and abuse I've received online by, Daywave and Adonis and Randolph Vance and Hatman. I seriously was considering killing myself. Why was this? Well, this was because the young lady that was so adamant in getting a hold of me didn't get a hold of me. And it's not her fault, I wouldn't blame her. But part of our conversation, I had told her and I had warned her that there were things online that made me look quite bad. And to remember that none of this is actually true, this is online, and that if you do and this is true to anyone, anybody that wants to do a criminal background check on me, through the state police or the Federal Bureau of Investigation, will find quite quickly that I didn't do any of these alleged crimes. I have a clean criminal history. Period. Okay? I do. I'm not a criminal. Originally, they were simply stating that my brother's criminal record was my criminal record. Now they have created a fictitious person and have attached my brother's criminal record to this fictitious person. I'm 100% sure that James Robert Clark III is fictitious. You also must remember that James Robert Clark III is a very common name. Now, why am I making this video? Well, the important thing is, when I went to the hospital, the imbecile at Crisis stated that I was having delusions of persecution due to the nonsense that's going on, the incessant harassment, the incessant stealing of my image, the incessant harassing people with fake accounts that are in my name, the incessant harassing people with my image, making fake accounts to harass other people, and just constant harassment and threats, the thousands of threatening emails. Now, why is this great? This is great because this imbecile enacted a 302 commission. A 302 is a court commission. So they sent me to another hospital where, luckily, because I can speak, in a serious manner with serious mental health professionals, because I am not a mental health professional anymore, but I was one, I spoke to the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist and I told the psychiatrist, I'm like, dude, look it up. These are not delusions of persecution, okay? So he looked it up, and now what's beautiful about this is I beat the 302, I beat the court commission, and now the names Adonis, Daywave, Randolph Vance, Hatman, etc. are actually in a court proceeding, which was the court commission, which I beat. And it states, no, these people are harassing me. These people are threatening me. I showed my emails. So there's a mental health professional that works for the state that agrees with me. Yes, these people are harassing me. These people are threatening me. These people are telling me to kill myself. Okay, over and over and over again, these people are telling me to kill myself. And this is now, this will help me build a legal case. Not just a legal case, but a criminal case against these people that are doing this to me. And I will be doing it because I'm actually suing. We're not suing. I'm going to press charges for false imprisonment, which I can do, and I was encouraged to do by certain people. I can do, and I'm going to press charges for false imprisonment with the police department against the crisis center that erroneously took away my rights because I was seeking help and I was seeking hospitalization. I just disagreed about some key points, and they enacted a 302 based on false persecutory delusions. Why were they false persecutory delusions? Because as I showed the psychiatrist, and as the psychiatrist agreed with me, it's not a delusion if it's happening, and that's what's clearly happening. My point is the way that they're trying to destroy and assassinate my character is very wrong. I really wish my former friend, look, whatever she does, she chooses to do, but I really wish that she would consider the harm that she has done to me. I literally was going to kill myself. I really was. And luckily somebody talked me into going to crisis. Okay? And unfortunately it led to a... Well, actually, it is fortunate because now, as I said, the names of these shows, and these shows are now on record, harassing me, threatening me, telling me to kill myself. This is all in the public record now. Okay? This is known now. This is known to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to a number of mental health professionals now, and it soon will be known to a judge in my local area that these people are harassing me and trying to get me to kill myself, or at least telling me to kill myself. Whether they're trying to or not, that's a completely different story. But the point that I'm making is there is no way that I could have the criminal record I have and receive housing and receive food stamps. It would be virtually impossible. Okay, virtually impossible. But also, I would not have been able to work in mental health. I worked in mental health, regardless of whether it was as a van driver or as a mental health professional, although it was as both. I would not have been able to do that with that criminal history. It would have disqualified me due to the close proximity to juveniles and the elderly. Now, recently, in 2016, that was overturned. However, I worked for them in the years of 2008, 2013, and 2014, when the law was very much in place that if I had those convictions, it would have been completely illegal for me to work in that field. Okay? So that's the truth. I did not have those convictions. I do not have those convictions. I did not do those things. The person they're saying did them is probably completely fictitious, and just like my alleged ban from Argentina, it is not true. It's not real. Okay? Just like their accusations against Adrasdia. They're not true. They're false. Not everything on the internet is true. And it's unfortunate because I know full well that the young lady that did not contact me because she saw what was online and she got scared. And she shouldn't be scared. Because I'm not a nasty person, I'm not a mean person. And what's so sad is my former friend knows what a wonderful person I am. I am a very good friend. I'm still defending her, and I'm still not angry at her. I'm not angry at her because I know that she is a decent person and that she's not a horrible person like the people that are doing this crap to me. I know that she actually does recognize that we were friends, whether she cares to say it or not. She knows. And the thing is, I really wish she would come clean and admit it, but she's not going to. And I can't make her do that. But she knows what a wonderful friend I was to her. She knows how supportive I was of her. And in fact, like, that whole thing about, when she posted a picture of herself when she was 22, I actually remembered it exactly. She was sad because she could no longer consider herself a Lolita, was what she had stated. And she posted a picture of herself when she was 15. And she was sad because she wanted to go back to being a 15-year-old. And that was why I said what I said. I had stated to her, it probably wasn't the brightest thing, but I had told her that when she was 15, she was a cute little piece of jailbait. Now, I stated that to a 22-year-old woman to make her feel better about herself. I stated a lot of things to her to make her feel better about herself. And I regularly made her feel better about herself. And I cared about her. In many ways, I still care about her, but it's very hard to care about somebody that has done this much to destroy my reputation and destroy me. Like to destroy me as a person. And she has done it quite a bit. But I know she wouldn't have done that without other people enticing her and corrupting her. She is a decent person. And if she's with some dude, I don't care who she's with. I can't be friends with her ever again, but I would have been if she never did any of this to me. She was a truly decent person. I don't know why she did what she did. The thing is, she was paid, and she knows this. I know she knows this. There is no amount of money in the world that would have got me to do the things that she did to me. And she knows that. And I hope she understands that. I would have never done that to her. Never. And, that's what's so sad about it, is that she betrayed me so thoroughly for probably a couple $100. That's what's so sad about it. And she needs to understand, she needs to take responsibility for it. Like, at this point, I'm probably, after I keep building up a case, I'm probably going to pursue legal action against everybody involved in the harassment of me. When I start really seriously considering suicide because of this, it's time to start defending myself hardcore, legally. I never wanted to do anything to harm her legally, but at this point, I have no choice. I have no choice. Now, I'm slowly building and getting people to see that I'm telling the truth, and getting people to see that these people are harassing me, threatening me, trying to get me to kill myself. Slowly building it up. First, I'm going to press charges against this crisis organization, and then I'm going to, build from there. I'm going to see who I can get to help me out. But ultimately, it's sad because the young lady that I had met, her and I shared so many interests. And, it would have been wonderful if I could have had a friend. But I can't have a friend because everybody's afraid of me. And I hope she got the card that I sent her. I gave her a card so that she understood, it really meant a lot to me that she went out of her way to make me feel comfortable, that she spent so many hours talking to me about things that interested both she and I. Because it's very hard to find people that, have those interests. And that's what really mattered, was that she didn't just do her job, and she wasn't just being nice to me. We share many unique interests, and I thought it was wonderful that somebody was willing to take her time to share those interests with me, to make me feel better when I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I was dying, for all I knew. I didn't know if I had a heart murmur or what exactly, or if I had had a heart attack, a small heart attack or a cardiac event. I didn't know. And she took time out of her day to make me feel better and to make me feel comfortable. Not because it was her job, but because she saw somebody that had similar interests to her and was unique in the ways that she was unique. And I hope she pursued seeking employment at that age management firm that I had told her about. But anyway, this has gone way too far at this point. And honestly, with my former friend, look, if you're watching this, if you're with that dude, I do truly wish you the best of luck. I'm not making this up. And guess what? Oh, I want to tell you this. I'm also not on medication. The psychiatrist also found in agreement with me that I did not require any psychiatric medication. So I'm still on my heart medication, okay, and I'm on my allergy medication, but he also saw the fact that I did not require psychiatric medication and that basic talk therapy would be perfectly fine for me to continue with, because he doesn't see a point in putting me on psychiatric medication, okay? So my point is that, this has gone too far, but I do want my former friend to know that I'm not angry at her. I wish her all the best. Look, you know my views on the kind of dude you're with, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. It doesn't matter to me. We're not friends anymore. You made that quite clear. But I want you to know I wish you both the best of luck in life. I really do, okay? And take care of yourself. I really mean that. I'm not mad at you. I don't blame you for this, because I know you would not have done this to me without other people pushing you to do it. I know that. I know you're a decent person. I don't know why. I guess everybody has their price, and I guess your price was a lot lower than I had assumed. I want you to know that I would never do what you did to me to you. Okay? You did matter to me. You know these things. You know that you mattered to me, that I really did love you. Whether I should have loved you or not, I did love you. Okay? You know that we shared unique political views, unique views on science, unique views on society. Okay? You know that about the only thing we disagreed with on was what? Religion. And even that, you helped me understand some things. If anything, if this never happened, I would have said that our friendship was a net positive for me because it helped me grow as a person. Okay? It helped me expand my my understanding of things like Catholicism. Okay? It helped me expand my views on people of South America and political movements in South America. I learned things I didn't even know who Juan Perón was until I talked to you. Okay? And now I'm essentially a Peronisto. You know what I mean? I actually agree with Juan Perón, but I wouldn't have known that if I never, if I never talked to you. You got me to become far, far, far less racially minded, to the point where, you can tell that I embrace post-racial eugenics. You encouraged me to read The Cosmic Race by Jose Vasconcelos. Now, I already agreed with that prior to talking to you, but I didn't know it existed. And it really, you need to know this. You really do. Our friendship really was a transformative friendship for me in every positive way you could imagine. Your betrayal of me was transformative in other ways. But it doesn't mean that I blame you solely for anything. And I recognize that I played a role in some of, I have issues with emotional dysregulation, and I'm trying to work on that. I really am, and I have been. But it doesn't help when these people are harassing me and threatening me and telling me to kill myself. It certainly didn't help when you were telling me to kill myself. Okay? But when you were my friend, and I think you know this, you were my best friend for 3 years. Okay? And that really did help me. It helped me when I needed help. You might have fibbed a little bit in some ways, but the point is, when we were friends, it did mean a lot to me. I don't consider you my enemy. I hope you don't consider me your enemy. Take care of yourself and best wishes.